ever since my first year playing here, we've had absolutely awesome captains. I think a very important role the captain plays is just the link between the team and the coaching staff. And all the captains before me have kind of prepared me to fill this role better this year. So they taught me good communication and how best to deal with just communicating everything from the team to the coach and the other way as well. So I've definitely looked up to the girls who've been captains before me, and they've really helped me. They've eased the transition into being a captain this year.
I think for me, the most inspiring thing was just being able to pick us up on the field when we were in a little bit of a slump. I think that's a really important quality of a leader, just someone who can lift the team or say something or do something, even if it's just a work rate. And like our previous captains have been awesome at that, just picking up the work rate, and it's just so contagious. And like that's something, I'm not as vocal as some people, and that's how I lead, is through hard work.
There's a lot of pressure surrounding playoffs regardless of what position you're coming into playoffs as, and everyone knows that playoffs is a time where teams rise up to the challenge. So I think playoffs in general create a more stressful and more intense atmosphere, but I definitely think that we have a team that can rise to that challenge. I think that it's important to stress that playoffs is just another game. We're going to go out and we're going to go by our game plan, and everyone just really has to bring their contribution to the team on that day. So it's really important that everyone's very focused. Again, focus is our main kind of thing that we stress for playoffs.
I think definitely the specific game, like definitely game by game, just taking that slow. Like if you just work for that one game, and then as soon as we're done that game, just work for the next team, and like it comes faster than you think. Like right now, if we have 2 games to win, and we're focused on Sunday, but we know that in our heads the next 2 games are super important if we ever did want to make it back to Victoria, which we obviously do. We do add like a few little things in now that it's playoffs. We practice penalty shots and stuff like that, and a little bit more strategic in terms of the team we're playing. So we're like preparing all week for Toronto, pretty much. Just more specific stuff, looking into how they play, but still keeping in mind that it all depends on how we show up that day.
There's so many little steps that have to come together on the way to ending up in Victoria, and everything has to go, all the steps have to go well. So we've only taken it game by game ever since the beginning of the season, so playoffs are no different. I think I'd definitely be lying if I said that it wasn't more emotional this year. Having our last home league game last Sunday was it was different than all other years, just knowing that it is our last year. But I think the preparation has to be the same. We have to go into playoffs very focused, and come Sunday, nothing else really matters except for playing the game and playing well.
It's always been a tough game for us every year I've been here. This quarterfinal game, it's always been tough. Coming off like a 16-game season, jumping right into playoffs. So I think it's just through practices and just through team bonding experiences. Like we're gonna have a little team get-together on Saturday. Just let them all know, like just give the general feeling of focus as a team and do some team stuff. It is bittersweet. I don't want to. I obviously would like it to go on for longer, but I have had 3 good years here, and hopefully this one will be just as good. It's been good so far, so hopefully we can make it through the next 2 games and make it to Victoria, and then end off on a good note.